going on, YouTubes? All right, welcome to the show. Give me just a few seconds to get set up. A few seconds just to let everybody get on. While I figure out why my phone is vibrating. Not important. All right. I'm just gonna get myself set up, kind of, sort of here. Make sure my lives are all actually on. And I tried to see if I could get my Twitter integrated with YouTube so when I go live, it'll automatically post on my Twitter, but I'm not sure if it works for lives. No, it doesn't seem to work for live videos at all. Oh well. So I'll have to get some kind of plugin or something. If anybody knows of anything that I can use that will automatically post on my Twitter every time I go live, it'd be much appreciated if you guys know a plugin or a script or something I can use to do that, because it doesn't seem like any of my software does. And I linked my Twitter with YouTube, but it doesn't. I guess it posts when I upload a video, but it doesn't. It doesn't make a post when I go live. So if anybody has a solution for me for that, be much appreciated. And Don, Kristen, Carl, thanks for joining, guys. I'm gonna jump into some charts here in just a second. All right, okay. So spent most of my day today trading. Actually, it was a pretty good day as well. I spent the second half of the day not trading, trying to identify where support is, and I kind of just went long on a couple of things right now. Litecoin I went long on just now, and I'm up a bit, and Bitcoin I went long on just a little while ago, and it's right around my entry point, right around break even. And if Litecoin's going up, I hope it leads the market. So let's let me get into a screen share here. Close some stuff down. All right. Okay. Close that down. Okay. So I went long in here on Litecoin, and the whole reason I did that was because it looked like we were getting our bounce off of my moving average cluster. If you don't know my setup, I guess you're going to need my strategy from Coin Trade Mastery for that. But I went long on this, and I'm hoping we get a continuation off of this. It'll probably go back up to its high. So 130, I mean 172, 173, maybe $174 at the most. And then we'll probably end up hitting some resistance back up here at this price point anyway. And then I'll have to see exactly what we're going to do. But we're starting to develop like a bit of a trend line here. You see, it's kind of trended along this this line here. I don't know if that, no, that one down there doesn't fit. What happens if I zoom out? Is there anything else down there? Yes, there is maybe. Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay. That's fine. All right. But we still have a bit of a trend line here that is forming, and that's pretty good. Assuming it holds. We probably end up hitting our high here, and then if we get through it, then it's fair game. If I see any resistance up here, I'm probably just going to exit and wait until we hit support again. But so far, it looks pretty bullish. I mean, we have our moving average crossovers down here. They're all in the right order. We're still pretty far above the 55 EMA though. So, I mean, I don't know, but Litecoin's really leading the market right now as far as at least this movement. Most of these movements were happening first on Litecoin before they happened on Bitcoin, which is fine. And I hope it leads the market for Bitcoin here as well. Just want to zoom out a little bit and see what we're doing on other time frames. Bounce on an 8 EMA up here. That's good. That's still pretty bullish. What does the 4 hour tell us? 4 hour, really no current information. But it looks like on the 4 hour, so on the 4 hour, it looks like we're about to get a cross between my 8 and 55 EMA in the bullish direction. This is actually rather good news. This will be our first cross above, um, since the 5th of March. So that's actually good. If we get that cross, so it's going to take one more candle in order to confirm that. But we could possibly get a cross right there, and I would be pretty bullish for, excuse me, I'll probably remain pretty bullish for Litecoin. For right now, I mean, of course, most of my trades I do execute based on smaller time frames anyway. Um, but it's always good, guys, when you're trading, okay, and you know, it's always nice to zoom in on these charts. I mean, I go right down to the 5 minute chart sometimes. If you're really trying to scalp, that 1 minute chart is useful, right? And if you really want to get super technical, you can get the 1 second or the 1 millisecond chart, you know, because we're like, I'm like a superhuman trader, right? I can click buttons that fast and make $1 million a second by trading the 1 second chart. But no, really, guys, okay, really though, it's important to consider multiple time frames. And I consider everything right from the 5 minute all the way up to the daily. And like I say, I execute most of my trades based on what the 15 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, and sometimes the hourly tell me. But it's really important to be following what's happening with the trends on your 4 hour and daily charts. So Litecoin right now looks okay, though. Again, like I say, conditions can change at any time. And if our price starts falling below our moving average cluster or below this developing trend line here, then I'm just gonna exit and I'm gonna sit out until I find a better position. So yeah, my Ether Classic as well is this is if you guys are new, or if we didn't notice, this is the trade that I longed at $21, like back here somewhere. I longed this at 21 in this dip right in here. So I think it was on March the 8th. And then I didn't set a stop loss and I didn't pay attention to it, and I went to bed and I woke up, I was in the hole. And then I said, oh, well, it'll come back today. And then I went to bed again with no stop loss. And then I was even more in the hole. And then I was like, well, it's past the point of no return now. It's in hodl territory. And now it's looking like I might even get my money back here. I was pretty close. Well, actually, I think my actual buy is like $20.67 or something like that. But so I guess technically I had a little bit of profit right here. Maybe I should have exited. But even Ether Classic, like basically the whole market, money's coming into the market right now. What's Coin Market Cap tell us? Let's check this. How's our market cap doing? Total market cap 348. Can I zoom in? So market cap is on the rise again. That's fine. So over the last 2 days anyway, we're going up. This is good. But we have a decline in the last. Interesting. But what I'm seeing though is most of the markets are green right now. So this is pretty good. Actually, I haven't been on CoinMarketCap in a few days. Usually I have this open at all times. So yeah, very good, very good. Awesome. Okay, back to what I was talking about here with Ether Classic. Ether Classic, I mean, really, the charts are all, same direction, same kind of indicators. I mean, right now we're floating on top. Looks like we might have bounced on my moving average cluster. It could be. It's got to start trading higher in order to confirm that. But definitely on the 55 EMA, this has definitely become a support zone. When we crossed below the 55 EMA, down here was a support zone. Every time we've touched or gotten near that 55 EMA since we finally crossed over has been pretty good support. So I mean, I'm gonna just hold my Ether Classic for now because I've been holding it since the 8th. I'm in it for the long haul now. This is a long trade for me. This is like years, man. This is like, oh, wasting my life here with this trade over the last 12 days. But it's still, indicators look pretty bullish. Looks like, I mean, that's looks to me like a bounce on support. And hopefully we can get above that 21 because I'd like to get myself a little bit of profit out of that trade if I can. And guys, before I go into Bitcoin, I just wanted to say, um, can I open a new one of these? I just wanted to say, guys, if you want to get my strategies, cointrademastery.com, you're going to want to hit this register button. And of course, it's going to give you a form to register. I'm already logged in. But you guys probably want to take advantage of my pre-launch pricing for cointrademastery.com, which is my training course on cryptocurrency trading, where I'll show you exactly what you get with the course. Okay, so you get a whole bunch of market theory, technical analysis videos. Everything's presented to you. Well, most of this is in video format, and more videos are coming for the ones that are still missing. And I got, like I say, guys, I've said this in well, if you watched my video this morning, you'll notice something about my list as it's gotten quite a bit longer of videos and topics that I want to cover. You know, sometimes I have a hard time to just kind of think of all the stuff that I actually know because on a regular day I use a certain skill set, and then all of a sudden I use different tools here and there all the time, and I'm not thinking about old topics, you know, that I can cover and basics and all that. So actually I watch a lot of other people's videos, and while I'm watching I'm like, oh yeah, I need to talk about this, and I write it down. Oh yeah, that's a good topic to cover, and I write it down, right? So my list of topics and that need to be added is definitely getting longer. But guys, you get a whole bunch of dry stuff to start out with. And I say dry because it's really like it's you know, what is trading, what your kind of mindset you should have, with no real and like how do you read candlesticks, right? What time frame should be trading on? What exchange should you point your charts to? Right? And then we get into actually reading different chart patterns, what they mean, what they indicate, using a multitude of different indicators on your charts, such as the moving averages, like I do. And if you go into moving averages, what you end up with is videos here where I explain my moving average strategies, one with simple moving averages, another one with exponential moving averages, and I also made a script of my own that a few people are using now to put extra little indicators on their charts. So it's really cool. And then once you get into this putting it all together area, I talk about this whole area here is about combining different skills. This is a little bit more wet material as opposed to dry material, especially once you get on from indicators down. And we really start looking at, like, seriously, how do you find and execute smart trades in the market, right? So a very valuable information, guys, because if you are just trading in the markets based on what you heard some guy on Twitter or even what I say in my videos, if you're trading just off of what I say in my videos or what some guy on Twitter or what some guy on YouTube says, you're doing it wrong. You're not thinking for yourself. You need to get yourself some education so that you can actually make your own decisions and you don't need to rely on anybody else. And of course, for those of you who'd like to promote it, cointrademastery.com / your referral code, get a 40% direct sales commission. This is not MLM. This is not a Ponzi scheme. This is just direct sales. You sell it, you get a commission. That's it. Very, very basic. And on the homepage, you're going to want to do two things. One, you're going to want to take advantage of the pre-launch pricing, which I've delayed putting the price up from $249 still, guys. So you have a chance, but I am putting this price up ASAP. Like as soon as I get off this video, I'm going to put the price up. And I've been saying that for a while, but it's got to be done. Price needs to go up. So take advantage of the $249 discount, which comes with 5 months of premium support and ICO reports, okay? And you'll notice the regular price is $449, so you're getting, like, that's almost half price, guys. Huge discounts. You want to take advantage of the pre-launch pricing so you can get access to the trading course. The other thing you want to do is click this link right here and get on my Discord server. And it's probably best if you download the app first, then get on the Discord server, because you get a whole bunch of chat channels in here where you can actually talk trading with me all day, jump on voice if you like. And one of the most valuable resources under here in premium channels is the ICO reports and resources, okay? Guys, a whole bunch of ICO reports in here where basically a whole bunch of ICOs are broken down in plain English so you can understand it, what's good about it, what's bad about it, what are the concerns, is it worth getting into, is it not worth getting into, a complete analysis on a whole bunch of ICOs. And this is valued, guys. This is valued at $150 per month, and it's yours just for being a CoinTrade Mastery member. Okay. You get a few other things. I got Cliff Highs reports in there. I got my EMA strategy script, so you can plug that straight onto your charts, and it will actually show you, basically things that I would tell you, things I would say in my video when it crosses over buy, so it puts a little buy signal on your chart. But guys, lots of value in there. Take advantage of the pre-launch pricing. Now that that's covered, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Nope, this is not what I wanted. Wrong window. I want this window. Okay. Look, Ether Classic coming up. I like it. How's my Litecoin doing? Oh, look at that. Look, what did I say? We're going to get back up to here and hit some resistance. All right, let's see if we can get some momentum to break. We're not overbought. Volume up a little bit. I would like to see some more. I need another candle before I decide what to do. Okay, but yes, definitely we've made it back up to there. If we can take a bounce on support and then break that, laughing. I like it. So I'm up a little bit there. Oh, look at Bitcoin. So it's a good thing I stayed long on Bitcoin as well. I identified that Litecoin was leading the market with its little pump upward there, and it looks like Bitcoin's following. We're sitting right there. If you look at that green line across, we're sitting right at the tip of this high. So we're on an important level. We're either going up or we're going down or we're going sideways, guys. Whoa, look at that. We're going. And because we're not overbought here yet on RSI, it's got some room to move. Volume coming up a little bit. Hopefully that continues. I will be very much happy. But on Bitcoin, we definitely have, it looks like our EMA cluster in here has become support. So where I left off another video, you see I have these red lines for what I expected would happen, right? And although I guess I was close, I mean, we went up first, and then I said we would come down because we need RSI to come down because we were in some overbought territory right there. My targets were not quite correct. However, the overall direction and shape was fairly decent. I think is fairly decent. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think it's pretty close for what I expected, and I traded on what I thought. So I'm long from, where did I go long? Oh, I've been holding my long since back here. That's right. I held my long. I think when we came just back above the this sort of trend line-ish thing, which really not a trend line. I don't even know why I still have it there. It's just marking a previous trend. But once we came back above the EMA cluster and this old trend line, I decided to buy again. Now I did add in a new blue line up here at the top as well, because we're sort of. Can I shut this off? And do I have a cleaner chart? 1 hour, daily, 4 hour. That's at the indicator. What's this one? No, I don't want that one either. Okay, whatever. So I drew in another trend line here. So at this point, because we got two taps on this trend line, the higher one, which is really not confirmed until we have 3. So now I have this new possibly developing trend line here off of this point and this point, but again, it's only 2 taps. So it's not yet confirmed. So at this point, I'm looking for which one may possibly confirm. But I think I don't think that 93, 9400 is out of the question, especially when I show you the daily chart in a minute. But I think our next reasonable resistance, pending we can break out of this here, because we are getting some rejection in there. But pending breaking out of there, I would say the next logical target is going to be somewhere probably about the 9130 area, 9140 area for a next potential take profit target up in this area someplace. By then, RSI will be back into overbought territory, and then we're going to have to come down. And at some point, we need to come down back to this 55 EMA so we can get like a total reset. Like you see back over here, you see in this area, we got a pump and we end up in overbought, and then it takes a second pump. right? And returns back to overbought territory. And then we have, we have this really, really long drawn out area where like we have to come back down onto this 55 EMA really in order for RSI to reset and give us enough room to start taking some pumps again. So I just getting click happy here, guys. So that's kind of what I see here. We're getting close to overbought, but there's definitely room to move, and that's good. So on the plus side, we're 9130, 9140. On the alternative, if we break down, I would be looking uh well 55 EMA. So in the 55 EMA zone, by the time it comes down on the bottom side, I got about 8900 or so. That's well, right here is about 8870 on the bottom side. So those are your options, guys, for what's happening right now. I'm very much bullish. I'm very much bullish on this for the short term. And I think what I might do, because it is getting close to bedtime, is just set a trailing stop loss on this. That way there, the price can continue to go up and it won't sell until it reverses some, but the price will then trail, so that I don't have to set a fixed price stop loss. And instead, every time Bitcoin price goes up, it'll move my stop loss up. Then when Bitcoin price goes down, it'll just sell for me. But so far, that's looking pretty good. I hope we can get a break out of that. On the 1 hour, well, on the 1 hour, you can see where that blue trend line is from this previous little run here. What's on the 1 hour? We have again RSI is just flirting with the is just flirting with the overbought zone, but that's not overbought. We got to come up well into the overbought territory before I'll call that overbought. RSI is on an up slant, so that's good. That tells us that we're pretty good yet for another pump. Let me just draw in my secondary line here. And I'm actually going to eliminate this one on the hourly and draw ourselves like this. So we are wedging a little bit, but I'm not. Yeah, depends what we do here. If we reject here at 91 and reject, with some kind of conviction, some kind of force, I would say we're probably going back down to retest support. If we don't confirm this lower line and we end up in the upper line, then we have a lot of room to go here, and this wedge may or may not play out. So very much mixed information there, but we're still trading above our EMA cluster, which is good. That's good, and RSI is not overbought, which is good. So I'd say medium bullish on the hourly chart. What's here? Let me go 4 hour. 4 hour. Oh yeah, 4 hour. We have our cross. Nice. 4 hour has a cross now above between my 8 EMA and my 55 EMA. This is very bullish. Though, I mean, price can still come down, and the moving averages are still going to increase a little bit here and continue above this EMA. But the cross is this is very much a bullish cross and a very, very good indicator that we could be going up. Do I have? No, I don't have my chart with my arrow anymore. I'm going to show you guys a couple other indicators I've been playing with as well. But I guess oh yeah, I had to restart my browser and I lost all my charts, but I did have my red arrow drawn up here to, I said about 96, it said 9,600-ish. So let me draw that back in now. Because I had it drawn something like this to 9,600-ish. So let me put that into where it was, rather than drawing a new line on our actual trajectory and basically giving you guys bullshit information. I just want to put it back to what I said before, so that we can watch that and see how close I am for my prediction of where we're eventually going to reject. But as is, we are increasing a rather steady pace, and that could put us, a little bit higher than 96, which is, I'm happy about that too. But definitely, this cross is a bullish cross. So on the 4-hour chart, I am rather bullish. I'm not bullish for as in like to plan to say that I would enter based on the 4-hour chart right now. I don't see entry conditions on the 4-hour chart, but I see continuation conditions on the 4-hour chart. That's for sure. Ideally, if I was gonna trade on the 4-hour, I would be buying a dip, like I would have bought in this dip, or I would be waiting for a dip in order to buy, right? But other than that, as far as continuation, definitely bullish on the 4-hour. And on the daily, we have our three white soldiers, and we have another one here that is trading a little bit higher. What are we going to get out of this? We did trade a little bit higher. If I zoom right in here, we did trade. Oh, I guess, yeah, what's our case? So our high was 90.40. Our high is 90.60. So we did trade a little bit higher so far on today's candle, which is only 4 hours old. Yeah, 4 hours old. We had time change now. I freaking hate daylight savings time. It's the stupidest invention ever. It doesn't save me no daylight. I still get the exact same amount of daylight as I did the day before time change. It doesn't save me any freaking daylight. It's the stupidest invention anybody ever came up with. Blame the politicians for that one. But what is interesting here on the daily, you can see I got my same EMA cluster, my same EMA setup. And I was saying, I mean, we had a rejection candle followed by our confirmation candle, which started trading above the ATMA and closed above the ATMA. Then we have our following candle, or our yesterday's candle for the previous trading day, which was mostly today. If you're not confused yet, I'll make sure to get you confused by the end of the video. But it traded well above the ATMA and closed above our 13 EMA. And now we have the today's candle, which is a few 4 hours old now, is still trading above our 13 EMA. Now, as long as this closes above the 8 EMA, I'll still remain bullish on the daily chart, for sure. I mean, ideally, I want to see it jump up here above my 21 EMA. Colors did I use here? 8. Did I reverse my colors on this chart? Oh, I did. Yeah, I screwed up my colors in this chart. Usually green is my fast one. So I got different colors, but whatever. This is my 8, my 13, my 21. The colors aren't important. What's important is that they're doing the right thing. So anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I like the fact that we are currently trading above my 13 EMA. I want to see us start playing with this 21 EMA here today. That would make me very, very happy. RSI on the daily, of course, it takes a really long time for it to move because it's a daily chart. Right now, actually, we're pointing horizontal, which isn't bad news yet. That's okay. I don't know. RSI on the daily, I guess it works, but it's not really important to me as other things such as the moving averages and that. So yeah, okay, on the daily right now, I'm pretty bullish. This is another indicator called TD sequential. I used to use this a bit. I haven't really used it in a while, but I've been watching, a lot of people on YouTube. And actually, one of the guys I follow, I don't care if you guys follow other people. In fact, I encourage following other people. Tone Vase is one of the guys that I follow because he does daily analyses and things like that, as well as a few other guys I follow. And not that I trade on their information, but it's always nice to kind of get like I say this a lot, guys. Value other people's opinions, but value your own more. And I do. I definitely trade based on my own information, as you can tell. But I definitely I got refreshed on sequential indicators on a Tone Vase show. Well, actually, he uses basically this indicator exclusively. I don't. It's not really an indicator that I find helpful on the time frames that I trade. However, on the daily chart, and this is not the same indicator as he uses. He actually has his own sequential indicator that he coded himself. that is actually rather different from this one, but this is a similar indicator. But I had a refresher on it on one of his videos, and I said, well, I might as well pull it out. I want to see what kind of information it has. And like on the lower time frames, like if I go to a 15-minute chart, it's gonna be stupid. You know, like here's a 15-minute chart like I trade on, and it's just like numbers, 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 numbers. There's no nines. Like, well, okay, there's a nine here, but the nine wasn't a reversal. It continued after the nine. I don't think, and you have a spike, it only gets 5, 6, 7, and we get a reversal. Like it doesn't have the same kind of emphasis as it does on the larger time frames. So as far as I'm concerned, absolutely useless indicator in the lower time frames. But on the higher time, on the daily specifically, is where I would be looking at the sequential indicators. And like you'll see a couple of things. Anytime you get close to 9, or if you hit 9 or get close to 9, is usually when you end up with a reversal. So we got some 7s, some 8s, right? Basically, the higher your number, the more likely of a reversal, right? And on the upside, like on our bull rally here up to 20K, we got to a 9, but we never ended up reversing. So again, it's not a perfect indicator. It's really not one I trade on, but it is a nice visual indicator for overall market direction and market trend based on your count. But you can see we do have a 9 here, and last time we had a 9, we reversed. Okay, we have a red 9 here, so we reversed to the upward direction. We have a red 9 here, and it looks like we're reversing. I would like to see some trading here up above. I guess we got to clear 10K in order to say that we're beginning an uptrend. I don't know if we'll do that or not. Like I say, I'm calling 96-ish. But yeah, it's an interesting indicator, guys. So I'm going to play with this for a little while and become more comfortable and accustomed to it, so I can do a training video on this indicator itself. Here's another one here that which actually says that we are in sell territory on BTC. But this is an indicator. This is called the Texas two-step, and it's one actually I've talked to a lot of traders about this indicator. I never really used it, so I'm playing with it. So it's called the Texas two-step. Basically, it's an RSI with a period of 2, and this particular one has a couple extra things attached to it as far as coloring the lines, specific way for certain signal properties, and that. But basically, anytime you have green here where it goes into the oversold territory, indicates a buy. And anytime you have a red line where it's going into an overbought territory, indicates a sell. It's really not perfect. I guess you'd really have to use this with dollar cost averaging or some additional strategy, but it's another indicator I'm playing with. I'd like to get more accustomed to it, and then of course do a training on that as well for the CoinTrade Mastery members. But so yeah, I leave these extra tabs open with indicators while I'm trading on my regular style. I'm looking at these ones as well to see how they, if there's any confluence between them and my my style, my trading strategy as it lies, or major differences as well. And just kind of basically at this point I'm learning about it, so I'll get a lesson done on that sometime soon as well. Wow, we got rejection going on here on Litecoin, don't we? That is some pretty hard rejection. So that probably would have been the sell. I'm just getting a visual across. 1 minute, 3 seconds to close the candle. Yeah, that's gonna close. That's gonna close with a long upper wick. Yeah, so probably Litecoin, we're looking at, yeah, it's gonna, that's only $1. It's only gonna drop $1. I think it's still gonna go up. I think we're just gonna come down a little bit, retest the support line and go back up probably. Gold's starting to come back up, getting near my break even. I'm not gonna talk about gold right now. If you guys got any questions or that, feel free to start dropping some questions in the chat, because I'm gonna flip over there and check them in a second. I'm just looking at my charts here, trying to see what I can see, basically. do see a trend there. Do you guys see a trend there? That looks like a trend to me. We have 1, 2, 3 bounce zones. 3 bounce zones. And that puts us at a top of about 176. But that is wedging. That is wedging quite a bit. So, based on that, if that is a trend line, we don't have enough, I don't think we have enough RSI to do that straight up. It can't do that. I don't think you can do that with your RSI. Well, I mean, you could. It's got enough. If we end up there, we're wedging. This is the problem, all right? We're wedging. Now, maybe it won't tap out there, but if it does, I think we're in a wedge and we got to come back down. It's got to come down, and I don't know where that's going to be. 55 EMA, I would say. Where's 55 EMA going to be by the time we end up there? Probably somewhere down around 170, 171, maybe 172. It's a wedge, guys. It's a wedge. It's got to come back down. Probably 170. And I'm just trying to estimate where my moving average would be based on that. Probably something like that. I think that's what's got to happen. It's my best guess at the moment. What's other time frames tell me? 5 minutes says we got to take it easy. But that doesn't mean we're going down very far. I mean, it's a 5-minute chart. 30-minute into the overbought. 1 hour is in the overbought. Four hours high, but not bad. Still trending up. And with all the daily, I'm not really too concerned. The daily basically looks exactly like Bitcoin does. Yeah, more or less exactly like Bitcoin does. We're trading above my 13 EMA and below. Looks like we I can't even tell because I got my arrows in the way. Let me delete those arrows so I can see this chart. Yeah, okay. So we're trading above my 13 EMA, trading below the 21 EMA. Fine. That's okay. And that's still pretty bullish. Still pretty bullish. So as long as we can close, we've got to close above my 13 EMA for Litecoin to remain bullish. So basically it's the exact same thing as Bitcoin's doing. Basically the exact same thing, except the percentages have been a lot better on Litecoin. All right, guys. Well, that's basically what I've got here for my my analysis and my thoughts of what's going on in the markets. So anyway, let me do this, and then I will check out, see if I have any questions from you guys. All right. And Don, Kristen, Carl, Giovanni, Jacques, Patrick, Sarah, thanks for joining. Carl asks, how's the language on the course videos? Is this something I could share with friends without worrying about F-bombs? I don't mind it too much, but a lot of people I know wouldn't appreciate it. In the course, I'm trying to tone it down. I know a lot of time I do go on rants in that. There's a few. I mean, I don't think I say fuck a lot in my videos, but at least not the ones in the course. I do drop a few shits and dams though. That's in there, and mostly in context. But I don't have any rants. I don't think I have any rants at all in the course. Anne says it's PG. She's been watching. You see, here's the thing. I record the videos and then I put them out there. Everybody else gets to watch them. So let's go with what Anne says, and Anne says it's a PG course. So that means parental guidance. So that means you may hear the odd cuss word, but it's really not too bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. Tom, Aaron, Brandon, John, Moon, thanks for joining, and says sorry, call, meant to say it's a very professionally done course that is profanity free. Yeah, like I say, I know there's a couple of bombers in there, but it's overall it's professional, it's to the point, it's it's about trading. It's not about my rants and my opinions about people or markets or things like that. It's not my opinions about different coins. It's not my opinions of other people or companies or things out there. I'm not tackling any emotional topics like that. I mean, you guys know I get very passionate. If I see something that I really like or really don't like, I can get very passionate about it. But the course is it's about the education of trading. So it's very non-emotional, to be honest. Because if as soon as you start having emotions while trading, you're doing it wrong. So as I'm doing the videos for the course, I'm not going on rants and with enthusiasm, whether positive or negative, because it's not the right way to trade, right? So yeah, it's rather well done. Yeah, and Patrick there agrees. He says, yeah, they're not bad. I would have hoped you would have said they're good, right? But I guess they're just not bad, right? Thanks, love you, bud. Yeah, right on. Yeah, feel free to jump on the course there. I would be happy to have you on board. Who do we have over on YouTube's there? The Curious Loon says, "Hey man, what's up? How's she go? Thanks for watching the video. Any other questions, guys, about markets, the course, technical analysis, charts that you want to know anything about? Whatever you got for me, throw it at me." Anne says, "Vids are great." Very good. Thank you very much. Again, guys, you know how this works. As soon as you stop talking, I stop talking and I shut the video off. I'm done my presentation, so now it's up to you to deliver some questions or some comments or whatever you want so that I can keep this going. So while you guys think of some questions, I'm just going to scan over my charts again because I always watch my charts. What am I actually doing? I'm up a couple of percentage points on my trades. This is good. This is very good. I like. Yeah, I think I gotta toss some more balance into my Bitfinex account. It's got a lot of money sitting on other exchanges, and Bitfinex has been doing very good percentages for me in the last little bit. I should go a little heavier on this, I think. As soon as I get out of my Ether Classic bags, I think I'm gonna move that over to Bitfinex and trade with some much larger numbers. How does the book look? Oh, that's why, because I'm looking at Litecoin. All right, let me get back to your questions. All right. Have you turned on any trading bots? Sorry about the delay, guys. I got caught up looking at some stuff. Um, a delay. I think there is a delay in posting. Yeah, actually, what it is, it's when I talk, it takes like 10 or 15 or 20 seconds for you guys to actually see it. So that's why I always give you guys a few seconds or a minute or whatever to think up what you want to say. Not that I think you're thinking, it's just that you haven't heard me say what I'm saying yet. But Carl asks, have you turned on any trading bots? And that's I don't know if you've been following along. Let me open up my charts here again. Like this should be on screen share. Oh, no, I hit the wrong button, didn't I? Now we should be on screen share. Okay, so what I have a trading bot that I coded up that basically operates through TradingView, and I have a script that runs. And basically, what it does is it posts these. You see, like, well, actually, I have two scripts running on here. I'll show you the one that is actually the trading bot, though. But basically, the same thing. So I have two scripts running. But if you look at my chart here, um, and you can see that I have like this bot EMA strategy 15-minute. It's labeled 26%, but it actually back tested like way higher, like way higher. This is an insane freaking algorithm that I this is probably one of the best trading strategies I've ever come up with. I've ever been using. It's basically my EMA trading strategy that I use for my manual trading, but it's also now programmed as a script on TradingView. Down here, basically write a bunch of code because I do programming and stuff. So I don't know. There you guys go. If you pause the video and move it slow enough, you can copy it. But anyway, wasn't intended for you to copy anyway. But you see this L that gets pasted above this candle, and it doesn't necessarily. It gets pasted above the candle, but basically when it has a crossover and a few other particular mathematical parameters that aren't on chart, but it's based on the moving average strategy, so it has to have a crossover, has to have certain other mathematical conditions to it, and it'll paste an L on here, and then it triggers an alert, which triggers this little software here that is connected to my Bitfinex account, and then it actually executes a trade. So every time it says L, it automatically executes a trade on my Bitfinex account for me. That way, there, if I'm like this morning, I didn't so that was one of them. And as I scroll on, there's bloop bloop. Of course, they're really small letters. Okay, so then there's this blue L. It's actually a lowercase L. It's closing my long positions because it detected. You see, we have a crossover the other way. So and there's some other mathematical parameters to it, and then it closed it out, so it actually closes orders for me, and then we have another L here because there's a crossover, and so it actually went long for me today. If I zoom out far enough, yeah, that was the one here. So because I was sleeping, I didn't wake up until we were in like these candles over here. I woke up like rather late today, and so I had already missed the entry on Bitcoin, but my bot that I coded up actually went long for me down in the 8,500 range or something. Whenever we had the crossover, actually it probably would have went long as soon as this candle opened. And if that's the case, then I probably went long about 84.50 or so. I'd have to check my records to know. But yeah, so I do have a trading bot. Um, and I coded it up to run over TradingView, and it's really neat, really neat, and I've been having fun with that. So now I'm all trying to play with different algorithms and code up all kinds of software systems that can trade for me based on my manual trading strategies, right? So yeah, I guess I do. Look at this. Am I gonna be right, guys? Am I right? Ha ha ha. Am I right? Give myself a pat on the back. Look at that. How's chicken doing? Chicken it's up there. If you guys don't know, chicken is Litecoin, honey badger is Bitcoin. I don't think I have that in the terminology yet in the course, do I? Okay, let's do that. All right. This is just kind of chat lingo, but if you hear traders talking about honey badger, they're talking about Bitcoin. If you hear traders talk about chicken, they're talking about Litecoin. It's something useful to know if you get into a lot of chat with traders, or you might catch me talking that way sometimes in my videos or in the chat or anything. But that looks actually pretty good. Looks like it could be time to exit. But again, this candle needs to close before it really tells me any information, and we're not getting any rejection yet, but that's okay. I'll see what happens here as soon as I get off this video. Were there any other questions? Did Roy joined? Roy Carl says nice, awesome. What about you, YouTube's? No questions on YouTube's either. So you guys got a few seconds here to post up some other questions if you have any. While I try to make some decisions. Decisions, guys. It's getting near take profit point, I think. Time to take profit. So I'll be able to exit with like 1.8% on this particular on the manual trades that I performed here. I like. Okay. All right. Awesome. Do you have a lifetime membership? I can't remember. Okay. So here's the way it works. All right. Um, so you join, and especially, and even right now in the pre-launch regular price, we'll explain that later. But so in the pre-launch right now, you come in $249. Okay, is the current price. That's the course. Okay, so that's your access to CoinTradeMastery.com trading course with all of my videos, and it also includes all future lifetime videos for as long as I'm maintaining CoinTrade Mastery. Okay, and I don't have any intention of running away just yet. But of course, once you guys give me millions and millions and millions of dollars, I'll probably take your money and run. Yeah, right. No, I have a conscience. But so that includes all future updates to the course. All right. So every time I post a new video, it'll be in there. You'll get access to it. I'm starting to label them when they were last updated. So that portion is lifetime. Now, buying in the pre-launch with the pre-launch price at the $249 price level, you're getting 5 months of support, premium support in the Discord channel, and access to the premium channels within there as well. I have free channels in the Discord, so if you want to come in absolutely for free and do some chatting in the Discord, that's not a problem. Feel free, come in, follow. I share a lot of charts just in the free channel anyway, because trying to just build value with you guys right now. Of course, I'm like the main sales agent for the company, right? So I'm building value in the free groups. The only portion that's not lifetime, because like I say, you get 5 months access to the premium part of the Discord server, and that's where the ICO reports and other juicy things I share are. Now, like the ICO reports, there's a lot of stuff that I'm putting in there that has value that is a monthly basis value. It's not one-time value, right? Like, for example, the ICO reports is actually, they're not my own reports because I don't have enough time to do these reports. So I pay for these reports, right? And it actually costs me like $150 a month. So once your 5 months premium runs out, it's $50 a month thereafter to maintain access to the premium Discord channel, but you do not lose access to the trading course. So the trading course is lifetime. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Very good. Awesome. What's up, Roy? Thanks for joining. I got to send out your shirt, Roy. I haven't done my American run yet, so that's got to be done. Awesome. Carl says, yes, it makes sense. This is very good. I'm glad it makes sense to you, bud. Very much glad it makes sense. Roy says, I am signing up to learn. Yeah, Roy is actually, Roy I know is into mining. I'm not sure what else he's into, but he's, Roy is somebody that we had a great conversation on the phone about mining. Great guy to bounce ideas off of, and I'd be glad to have you on the team here with CoinTrade Mastery, bud. It'd be awesome. Yeah, and your shirt, I got to send your shirt out whenever I get on the American shipping here. Carl, yeah. Carl says, I have 27 miners. Wow. You guys have more miners than I do. I mean, like, I know a lot about it. I never invested heavily into it. And right now, my opinion is, like, you see Antminer or Bitmain there, they got those crypto night miners. They're gonna be horrible. I don't think they're gonna make any money whatsoever. It's just my opinion, and it sounds like they're overselling a bunch of stuff right now. It's got to be some big changes coming up in the mining space, and I'm of the opinion right now that the best move is to wait for newer information, or newer, sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time, and I'm absolutely horrible. I can't do it, right? But wait for new equipment to come out. There's got to be some new equipment. It's got to the processor architecture in that has to be, or I mean, it's got to become. What are they on now? They're using 14 nanometer architecture, so they're probably going to start putting out miners in the 12 or 10 nanometer architecture next, and then it's going to render all the previous lines obsolete anyway. So I'm of the opinion right now to wait for bigger and better things before investing heavily into mining. And plus, the returns right now suck. Moon says, Jesse, there's a guy charging $450 a month for the same course. Um, yeah, there's a lot of guys that do charge monthly, like for a course. And like, here's the thing, all right. When I create a course, basically, um, it's basically like I do the work once, and then it's yours. Okay, so why I shouldn't have to charge you monthly if I'm not producing monthly content. Like it's not like it's not like you're getting. I mean, sure, you're getting updates to the course, but it may or may not be on a monthly basis. It's whenever I think of a new topic that's of value to you, and I get around to making it, processing the video, transcoding it, and uploading it to YouTube and getting it on the course, right? So it's not necessarily that you're getting monthly content. So the only part that I'm charging monthly for is access to the Discord group, and it's I don't really do. I mean, sure, it looks like I give trading signals because I'm showing you my charts and everything, but I'm just giving you ideas and my thought process. It's really not about signals. It's about educating you to think for yourself, right? But the whole idea, like I want it to be, cost effective for people. I want people who like want to learn. I think there's a lot more value in teaching a lot of people how to get, from the ground up than there is in the $450 a month people. But I think at $50, $49 a month, $50 a month or whatever I'm gonna charge for the monthly subscription. Um, yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, including live and no ICO report. Yeah, I don't know. Like I know. I've been in some groups. Like there's a trading group. Actually, I quit paying for it because it just didn't make any sense anymore. Like it's not making me more money by being a part of it. But it was like 600 and like 600 $650 a month. And yeah, it was great. I've been in quite a few other groups, in order to gain some knowledge myself, learn some things that other traders are doing that I may not know. Basically, to expand my own skill set, my own comfort level, and be able to bounce ideas off of other traders whom I know are successful. Right. So I know there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of people that charge more. I think there's value in what I'm doing now, and confession. There's a lot of traders out there that know a hell of a lot more than I do, right? And I think my price point is fair to the information that I have, the information I'm sharing, and of course, I mean my price is going to go to 449, right? 449 one time, and then your monthly subscription to the group after that. And I think it's priced very fairly for the content I'm providing. Um, and yeah, like there's definitely people who have been trading their entire lives, where I've only been trading, actively for the last like year and a half or 2 years, like full time, right? Well, full time for a year, over a year, like full time for a year, and dabbling for a while before that. I guess in all technicality, I started dabbling in trading in 2013. So actually, I guess that's quite a bit of experience, I guess. But like I say, confession, I never got serious about it and serious about my education and my skill set until like 2 years ago. So, there's, yeah, thanks. Yeah. So, like Moon says, CTM is very affordable. Love it and learned a lot. And you're going to learn some more as more videos are coming out. And I'm glad to have you here. So, yeah, absolutely. Roy says equipment will be ready in May. He's talking about the mining equipment. Yeah, that's probably it. I would say it's got to be coming. I think there's a huge push right now. Bitmain is selling off their old hardware. They're selling like in those crypto night miners they're selling, and there's a lot of speculation out there that they've actually already been running them for a while, and now they're just basically selling off their used junk right now. and they're selling a lot of it a lot at once. They're flooding the market with miners right now. So what it tells me is that they're selling off their junk, to getting ready to, well, basically they probably already have the new stuff installed in their mining facilities, and they're selling you their old junk right now. That is my speculation, and that's why I'm waiting to explore additional mining at a later date. Yeah. Any other questions out there, guys? Ooh. Yeah, I said I was going to take profit when I got off this video, and I didn't get off this video yet, so I didn't take profit yet. Oops. That's okay. It's not bad. I'm still making money. Um, yeah, any other questions, guys? Any questions or topics of interest? I've been live for an hour. I talk way too much, don't I? Wow. Every time I'm like, I just want to come on. I'm going to give you guys a 15-minute update on what I'm thinking, and here we are an hour later. I guess I'm averaging, what am I averaging on my videos? So now I'm just jibber jabbering for nothing, but 42, 28. I guess I had one video under a half an hour. Of the charting videos, the analysis videos I've done so far, I have one of them under a half an hour. Yeah. Interesting. Moon says, I have heard Bittrex is removing 80 coins. Yes, they are. If you if you click on support, so you got to go to the home. Do you have to go to the home page, or is it in one of the buttons? I don't know. But from the home page, you can click on support. And then if you scroll down far enough, you can get the news. Now, this is weird about Bittrex. They have a news section, and the news section is empty. And if you go into support, you can scroll down and get all the news. So go to support, scroll down, and then in the news, there's a post that they put up there about delisting a bunch of coins, and there's a whole list of coins in there. Basically, they're all shit coins, guys, and if you're holding any of them, you're probably dumb anyway, and you shouldn't be trading. So yeah, there's a post in there about all the coins, a list of all the coins that they're delisting, and a short description of why. But basically, there's a whole bunch of broken. No, it's nothing to do with the SEC. There's um, they have a whole bunch of coins on there that have like broken blockchains, so you can't even deposit or withdraw them anyway because the blockchains are broken or they're no longer maintained. Like the projects themselves are no longer maintained. So it's about the user experience and being able to provide a quality service. And if they are allowing you to trade in coins that really no longer quote unquote exist because their blockchains are broken, their wallets don't work, or their developers have abandoned ship, then they're really not they're doing you a disservice, right? No, Potcoin is not on the list. It is not. But don't ask me what they are. I don't have all 80 memorized, right? Go to Bittrex, click support, scroll down to news and updates or whatever it's called. There's a post in there. Read it. Best, if you want information about Bittrex, the best place to get it is from Bittrex. Make sense? Any other things you guys want to talk about? Or I will abandon ship here myself. All right, well, I don't see any more comments coming in, guys. So with that said, yeah, Carl, I'm thinking the same thing. It's bedtime for me too, pretty much. I think it's I'm gonna pour myself a tall glass of lemon water and plug on some tube maybe. Yeah, I might watch a little bit of tube tonight while I fall asleep. Something in my eye. So that's my plan, guys, and I'm getting pretty tired anyway. So until then, we will see you guys on the next video. Remember, if you are trading just because of things that I say in my videos, or because of what some guy on Twitter or some guy on YouTube says, you're doing it wrong, and you need to get some education on how to properly analyze the market so that you can make your own decisions. That's what Coin Trade Mastery is about. Link is above my head. If you're watching on Facebook and you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube so you can get actually all my past videos as well, youtube.com/c/Jesse Crypto, or you can just go to jessehashay.com/YouTube if you look at my header banner on Facebook. Whatever, they both go to the same place. And until then, guys, stay safe out there. Remember to trade profitably whenever possible. Enter trades on a condition and exit when your condition is no longer true. Don't hold things to the ground because that's not trading. That's called hodling and it is not trading. All right. Till then, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Ciao for now.